I work as a janitor as Legoland. I'm the only one that survived the mass murder. I've been cleaning floors at Legoland for 6 years now. Night shift, always alone. The park closes at 9 p.m. and by 10 I'm the only living soul walking through Miniland USA with a mop and a bucket. I never minded the quiet. The tiny plastic cities glowing under the security lights always felt peaceful to me. That changed 3 weeks ago. It was a Tuesday. I was emptying trash cans near the Dragon Coaster when I heard the first scream. Not a kid screaming for fun. This was different. Raw, adult. Then it cut off like someone had hit a mute button. I dropped my bag and ran toward the sound. It came from the employee break room behind the Castle Hotel. The door was propped open with a brick, which was already wrong because that door was supposed to stay locked after hours. Inside I found my supervisor Gary face down in a pool of blood. His Legoland polo was soaked through. I couldn't see what had happened to his head and I didn't want to look closer. I pulled out my phone to call 911, but before I could dial, I heard footsteps, slow, deliberate, coming from the hallway. I did the only thing that made sense. I climbed into the supply closet and pressed myself against the wall between the mop handles and bleach bottles. Through the slats in the door, I watched a man walk into the break room. He was wearing a yellow Lego head, not a costume from the gift shop. This was homemade, oversized. The smile painted on it was too wide and the eyes were just holes cut into the plastic. He was dragging something behind him. It was Denise from guest services. She wasn't moving. The man set her down next to Gary like he was arranging furniture. Then he pulled out a hunting knife and started working on her. I covered my mouth so hard I thought I'd crack my own teeth. The sounds he made while he did it were worse than anything I've ever heard. He was humming the Legoland theme song. I stayed in that closet for 4 hours. By the time the sun came up and the morning crew arrived, the man was gone, but he'd left behind 11 bodies scattered throughout the park. Security guards, maintenance workers, the overnight cleaning crew I was supposed to meet up with at midnight but never did because I was running behind schedule. The police questioned me for 18 hours straight. They wanted to know how I survived, why I didn't call for help, why I hid instead of fighting back. I told them the truth. I was scared. I'm 53 years old with a bad knee and a mop. What was I supposed to do against a man with a knife and a plastic head? They released me eventually. The case made national news for about a week. 11 employees killed in a single night at a family theme park. The media called it the Brick Butcher Massacre. They never caught him. I went back to work after 2 months of leave. I needed the money. My therapist said returning to the scene might help me process the trauma. She was wrong. The first night back I found a Lego figure on my cleaning cart. It was custom made. A tiny janitor with a mop and a terrified expression. Under it was a note written in red marker. You weren't supposed to survive. I took it to the police. They said they'd look into it. They didn't. A week later I found another figure. This one was missing its head. The note said I'm still watching. I installed cameras in my apartment. I changed my locks 3 times. I started sleeping with a baseball bat next to my bed. None of it helped. Last night I was mopping the floors near the driving school attraction when the lights went out. All of them. The emergency generators didn't kick on. The backup lights stayed dark. I was standing in complete blackness in the middle of a theme park. Then I heard it. The Legoland theme song. Hummed slowly, getting closer. I ran. I don't know how I found the exit in the dark, but I did. I drove home going 90 the whole way. This morning I found something taped to my front door. A photograph of me sleeping in my bed, taken from inside my bedroom. On the back it said one word, tonight. I'm writing this from a motel 6 hours away from home. I paid cash. I used a fake name. I haven't told anyone where I am, but 5 minutes ago someone slid a Lego figure under my door. It's a tiny motel room with a tiny bed and a tiny man standing over it holding a tiny knife. The humming just started outside my